welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name's Georgie. I'm an actor. I've performed in the West End and in loads of different shows, and I started this channel to share my tips, tricks and insights with you guys. So I do loads of backstage vlogs, audition advice, song covers, all that good stuff. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, click the subscribe button. Follow me over on Instagram as well, because I share loads of tips and tricks over there too, and I'm on there pretty much every day because I've got nothing else to do at the moment. In today's video, I thought I would share with you some lesser known facts about what it's like to be in a West End show, because I get so many questions, probably more than like anything else from you guys, asking me what it's like to be in a West End show. And I've talked about it quite a lot, I've shown it quite a lot, but these are a few things that I've actually never mentioned on here before, and I thought it might be interesting for you guys to know, because it's stuff that's not really talked about, and I want to share this kind of stuff with you. And if this is your chosen career and something you want to get into, it's nice to know what to expect. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, just keep on watching the video. Rule number one is, no matter if you are the lead in the show, the dance captain, ensemble, supporting lead, offstage swing, you have to be at warm-up. Now, this is something that people are really surprised about when I mention it. They think, you know, you can just kind of warm up yourself, you don't really have to be there at a certain time, as long as you're there, you know, in time for the show, it's fine. That's actually not true. There is a really strict pre-show routine that happens before any West End show, and actually any show anywhere. You have to be in the building for warm-up. Now, this is completely dependent on what type of show it is. For example, if it's a really dancey show, you will definitely have a group dance warm-up on stage. However, some less dancey shows also do this, because it's a good way to bring the company together on stage. Everyone kind of meets up, says hello, and also you kind of like just check in with everybody. Everyone has a moment together before the show, before everyone goes off to get ready for the show. You have a moment all together on stage for a bit of, you know, group camaraderie, shall we say. And this is something that people are really surprised to hear. And if you are late, you do get in trouble. It's like, it's not like school, but it's really frowned upon, and you know, it's customary and it's part of your requirement to warm up. And actually, if it's a show with a lot of dancing in, it's dangerous. And if you're in a really dancey show and you don't warm up, you could injure yourself. This really varies from show to show, but on the whole, there's always a warm up, and if you're not there, you're in trouble. Another rule that people don't often know about is you have to be in the building by the half. Now, for those of you that don't know what the half is, I'm sure most of you do, the half is actually 35 minutes before the show starts. So typically a show starts at 7:30, the half will be at 5 to 7, because it's a bit weird, but because the show starts at 7:30, you obviously can't be going down to stage at 7:30, because like, especially if you're a beginner, you know, you're just not going to get there in time, especially if it's a big theatre. Can you imagine, you're in your dressing room and you hear like the overture start and you're on first? That wouldn't be very good. So the show kind of technically starts at beginners, which is at 25 past, say 7. So the half is half an hour before beginners. So that would be, in half 7's case, 5 to 7. And you have to be in the building by the half. That is, you know, a requirement of you being on that show. If you're not in the building by then, you're not technically allowed to do the show. So like, for example, on a 2-show day, you can go out, the first show may finish at like 5:30, you can go out, get some food, but you'll have to be back by 5 to 7. Another rule of the West End is that most of the time you have to do your own makeup and pin curls. Now, pin curls, for those of you that don't know, are when you kind of wrap your hair into little, like, you may basically end up looking a bit like a hedgehog, like into little kind of circles all over your head to really flatten it down. Because the majority of the time in a West End show, you will be wearing a wig, so you have to kind of smush your hair down and put a wig cap on to have on underneath the wig, so that, you know, like it's not really like big and bulky, and so it looks really realistic. But you will have to learn to do those yourself. Something I learned on my first show, which took me a really long time to get good at, because it's actually quite tricky if you don't know how to do it. I think I do have a vlog of me doing pin curls. If I do, I'll try and find it, and I'll link it up in the corner for you, but if anyone would like a tutorial, do let me know. But yeah, so you have to do those yourself. Likewise with your makeup, you have to do your makeup yourself. However, this rule doesn't apply to everyone in a show. Most of the time that will apply to the ensemble. However, in some shows, the lead roles will have their pin curls done for them, just because, you know, they're going to be quite like front center for a lot of the show. They'll have very specific wigs and they'll want, you know, their wigs to look as realistic as possible. So quite often then, the people in charge of wigs will do their pin curls for them as well as putting their wig on for them. Another rule along the vein of hair is that 9 times out of 10, you will not be putting your own wig on. Wigs are so delicate, they are so expensive that you're not actually normally allowed to put them on yourself, just because, you know, they're really precious things and someone's put a lot of time and effort into making them. So quite often you will do your pin curls, you will go down to the wigs department, or someone will come up to you and they will put your wig on for you. Likewise, what I was saying about wigs also applies to makeup. Most of the time you will be doing your own makeup and you will be given really clear instructions as to like the vision of your makeup look for your character. You may be given specific pieces of makeup to use, but quite often you'll be using mostly your own bits. However, again, this rule doesn't apply to everyone. Like, for example, Elphaba, she's not painting herself green every night. But, you know, majority of the time, you will be doing your own makeup. Another rule that you may not know about is that you're not allowed to wear your microphone outside of the building. So for those of you that don't know, in a show in the West End, you will, majority of the time, be wearing a microphone just so that the sound levels can mix well, that people can hear you singing. You know, there's orchestras playing, you want to be heard above the orchestra. The sound team will need to get the levels right. So you will either be wearing a microphone on your face here, up here, you might have a mic pack in your wig, you might have it around your waist. There's lots of different ways of wearing microphones, but you are not allowed to wear them out of the theatre. That's like just one of like the most important rules, because they, again, are so expensive, and if they get lost or broken or, you know, ruined in any way, you're probably gonna have to pay for it. So that is just one of those things. You, after every show, even on a 2-show day, you take your microphone off. And also it means that there's time for the batteries to be changed, for them to be checked for any, you know, maybe there's faults or they just need like a check over. They are always checked before every show, and if you go off wearing it, they can't be checked, and then you might not have a microphone. So hope you enjoyed this video. I just thought I'd share a few little things that people, I don't feel like I've ever seen anyone really talk about these on here, so I thought that I would share them with you. I think it's really, really interesting, and I feel like you guys love this type of thing, so I wanted to share a few things that I hadn't before. Let me know if you have any other questions about what it's like to be in a West End show. Leave me a comment down below and I would happily answer them for you. Also, let me know if you knew any of these. I'd love to know. Or any other rules that you know about. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye!